Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again as we look through my Yes vinyl records, Yes related vinyl records now on the shelf. So we're in this section here, and this is the next one. We'll just crack on with it because I'm anxious to get through these as quickly as we can. So we've got Rick Wakeman, The Myths and Legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. You could have come up with a longer title, but never mind. So this is the reissue with the lovely Roger Dean sleeve. So really had to get it really. Obviously he did all sorts of additional orchestral and choral music on this. And yeah, it's a nice thing, nice painting, and inside for all its glory. And it is black vinyl, isn't it? Yeah. I was quite a fan of the Merlin, the King Arthur album, but it doesn't stack up there with Journey, in my opinion anyway. But obviously he's played it to death live, hasn't he? So that's fine. Next one on here. So this is a kind of compilation album, Superstars Live. It's Warner Brothers Atlantic, WEA artists. It's a triple album, came out in the 70s, 1974. It's got some great artists. So you've got a side of the Beach Boys, a side of Yes, a side of the Faces, Iron Butterfly, The Doors, and the Mothers of Invention, Zappa. So really, really fantastic artists, and it's worth getting for the fact that these artists are there alone. But the sleeve is fantastic design, and I did know the name of the artist, and it escaped me for a minute. There's got to be something inside that tells who it was, and no, there isn't any insert. Glasses. I need to find that out. So nowhere on the sleeve does it give a credit for the artist. That's amazing. That's his depiction of the yes guys. That is silly, isn't it? I wonder if there should be an insert with some information on that I haven't got. Definitely nothing on the sleeve. Anyway, it's not expensive if you see it. The S tracks are Heart of the Sunrise, The Clap, and Starship Trooper. So just from the original Yes albums. Next, these are the two going for the 12-inch singles that came out. So that's going for the one with Awaken. And this is the black vinyl one. So it's Awaken Part 1. They did it in black vinyl. What's going on with that? So that's that one, and the other one was Wondrous Stories and Parallels, pressed in blue vinyl. Again, not particularly valuable, hasn't really increased in value all that much, but it's a lovely thing. So for some reason I decided to keep those back. Got rid of all my other, nearly all my other Yes 12 inches. I think I said before as well, maybe on one of the comments, that for going for the one, they did a promotional set of 3 12-inch singles where they put the album tracks over 3 kind of 12 inches, and they were in just plain black sleeves, and I think one of the sides might have been blank, I don't know, but I did have that at one stage. Now I've lost my place completely. Right, that's that one. Okay, next is Rick's 1984 album, one of his strongest albums he's ever made. Teamed up with Tim Rice on the lyrics, and he had great artists like Shaka Khan on vocals, Steve Harley. Now I mean only Rick would bring out an album 1984 in 1981, but that's what he did. Get it in a sleeve with the lyrics on. My take on that is that they planned a huge project for this album, hence they spent a lot of money on the people working on it, and I think there was plans for a stage show, and I think this was going to be a really big thing, and it just never got off the ground. I mean, it didn't sell enough. Rick was nobody really interested in funding a project with him at that stage, and I just think that basically it died a death when it could have been something quite major as a musical. I could see it working, but there you go. So the next one I've got is, we're getting really to the edges now. This is Esquire's album. So Chris Squire's wife, Nikki Squire, brought this album with a trio she put together, and Chris Squire produced it, and I think he might do some backing vocals on it if I'm right. And I actually really quite liked some of the tracks. To the Rescue is really strong. Can't really remember what the others were like, but I've kept it because it's more of a curiosity than anything else. You get a lyric sheet inside, and it's got a nice kind of embossed sleeve, so I'm sure it's something that you know, his missus was had been angling to do for a while. What year did that come out? I'm just checking the year. 1987. So kind of big generator time, isn't it? So if you've not heard Esquire's, I think they might have made a follow-up album, but if you've not heard the first one, have a listen to it. It's not bad at all. It's definitely got sort of reminiscences of Squire's style. Next one is The Age of Atlantic. This was a compilation Atlantic did. It includes Yes, of course. So this again goes back to, might not have the year on this. I think it's all pretty much Yes's track is America, the full version. So I'll hopefully have the year 1972. Yeah, so it's an A3, B3 pressing, standard Atlantic labels. So yeah, it's got Buffalo Springfield, Delaney and Bonnie, Zeppelin, Dr. John, Loudon Wainwright, J. Giles Band, and a few others. I did have a white label demo copy of that originally, which got sold, and then I saw this at the record fair, probably in the kind of bargain bin, although it's in excellent nick. So yeah, thought I'd snap it up. The New Age of Atlantic. Right, I keep losing my place. Okay, so then we've got the Japanese pressing of Astra, Asia's Astra album, which I won't bother getting it out, but again, it's nice Roger Dean sleeve, and yeah, I imagine that wasn't an expensive purchase when I bought that. Doesn't actually have any inners with it at all. So, but there you go. Taking that for you. Okay, so these are actually my Japanese Asia albums. So we've got the first one, classic pop rock. There is an insert on this one. Nice one actually. Yeah, very nice. So it's a fold out job. Lovely. And I think again we're looking at sort of Roger Dean sleeves, obviously Asia anyway with Steve Howe. That's the second one. Both have got the Obi strip, and that's the which way it opens. Yeah, okay. That's the front. It's inside. And the lyrics on the back. So yeah, so I've got the three Japanese Asia albums all together. And then we've got a Japanese copy of the Steve Howe album. This for me is his best solo album. Absolutely loved it and played it to death when I got it. Love every track on it, and so I love the sleeve particularly. So that's the standard style. There is an insert. It's just a single sheet on this one, so they don't bother giving you the lyrics, but it's just a brilliant album. Brilliant album. So 79, wasn't it, when this came out? I mean, it's tragic to think that he'd got this quality of material, and yet, you know, none of it kind of was used by Yes. And I mean, drama was great, but you know, Steve at the time was firing on all cylinders, absolutely. For some reason I've got a copy going for the one. I don't know why that's here and not in its proper place, but I've got yet another copy going for the one. Right, I don't know. Yep. Don't know what that's doing there. Crazy. I'll leave that out because that needs to go over with the rest of the going for the ones. We've done the right. So next up we've got a Rick Wakeman album called Soft Sword, based on King John and the Magna Carta. So don't think we need to say much about it. Totally forgettable project, but he just had to do it. Nice inner sheet with the lyrics on. Was this the English Rock Ensemble? No, Chrissy Hammond on the vocals on this one. David Payton, bass. Stuart Saunders, drumming, and Annabelle Blakeney. Burns horn. Gosh. So yeah. And then I thought I'd got rid of this. So this was a slightly more interesting for me solo album by Rick called Cost of Living. So sort of rock album really, but Tim Rice did the lyrics. So yeah, so there's Elegy on it in the churchyard, or Elegy written in country churchyard. Yeah, I mean Rick just kept churning it out, didn't he? No inner sleeve or anything, no lyrics, and on the Charisma label. So I think I was trying to buy everything that Rick did at the time, but after a while you get a little bit demoralised. Right, John Anderson animation album. Great stuff. Great stuff. It's not to say it's all great, but the stuff that's great is great. Olympia, got that 80s vibe, shouting at you the joy of life. Animation, I love animation. Surrender's okay, All in a Matter of Time is fine. Unlearning's different. Boundaries and Pressure Point, not sure. Much Better Reason, All God's Children. It's just John singing from the heart really, but he's got this 80s vibe on, definitely 80s production. Got the lyrics as you'd hope they'd be there on the inner sleeve, and follow up to Song of Seven, wasn't it? And obviously he'd done the stuff with Vangelis, and animation alone, that album's worth having. Okay, so a bit more interesting. This is the Evening with John Anderson, Yes Music, Superstar Radio Network's promo radio album. So they did a really nice sleeve and sort of discography on the back, and just cue information for the disc jockey. It's a really nice promo to have. I think most sort of Yes fans, Yes collectors will have a copy of this. It always makes me wonder how many they actually made of this. Nice promo labels. So yeah, it's one of the things I decided to try and keep hold of for the time being. I mean, it's Yes in 1977, and that's when this came out. So discography goes up to Going for the One. promotional, not for sale. So pretty essential item for the Yes collector to have. Okay, so gun. This is again an original pressing, not the one of the later reissues. So this was the very first, I think, published record sleeve that Roger Dean designed. One of his paintings was used for, and it's amazing. This is still in its original shrink wrap, so it's mint condition. This is American pressing on Epic. It's the back of the sleeve. So in fact it's still sealed. Yeah, I've got another copy of it, I think. This is still sealed. So yeah, never been out. Amazing painting. Look at that for quite a long time. Basically, Gun were a three-piece of Paul Curtis, Adrian Curtis, two brothers, and Lewis Farrell. Chris Welch actually does the notes on the back of the sleeve. I think that was about 1970, or yes, doesn't have a year on here. Might have been 70, 71, something like that. But that's an original sealed copy of that, which is, I've forgotten I've got that. Those two we've seen. Oh, that's John's latest album with the band Geeks, True, orange vinyl. Did a video on that. Very nice. Nice work, John. Love it. That's looks like the reissue. Yeah, this is the 2021 repress of Elias. Esoteric Recordings, Cherry Red Records. So this has a single page front bit and the same style as the original. It's an 180 gram pressing, black vinyl, yeah, black vinyl with the inner sleeve. So really lovely. Does it say whether it was remastered? Yeah, remastered by Ben Wiseman, English guy. So yeah, that blue one I'll continue to play. So I think they brought a CD out as well, didn't they, of the remastered version. So that's that. Right, Fish Out of Water. I've got a few copies of this in here. So this is out of the sleeve, so it's a US import, I can tell by the cut on the bottom there. Great album. I mean, I play the CD now and again, and that's the inner bag. There was a poster, I think, with the original. This one hasn't got the poster, which is probably why it's not in a protected sleeve. But yeah, no Yes fan will be without a copy of that.